You can't see through that.
You're good to go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another awesome episode of Full Metal Random. This is actually the season finale of this new show. This is the last one we're doing for the year, and it is the end of the year, so it is a holiday-themed episode. I am your host, Jeremy the Adam Adams. I just want to give a thanks to everybody that's been watching and supporting this show. It's been going great. We've had some awesome matches here and all kinds of different topics, and I'm just so excited that this kind of kooky idea I had paid off. But this is definitely going to be one of the best episodes as we celebrate the season. We had to do the greatest Christmas story, the greatest Christmas franchise there is. You know, when you think Christmas, you definitely think John McClane. That's right. I'm throwing you a curveball. It's none of that Christmas tree, fancy pantsy stuff. None of that heartwarming crap. It is the most badass, coolest guy you can think of. The guy with the bare feet on the glass, John McClane. It is Die Hard. And for anyone out there, yes, it is a Christmas movie. And today we're going to be asking all questions about this awesome franchise that had 4 films, and we'll be covering those 4 films. So I have 2 awesome competitors, and I'm so excited to be doing this all Die Hard random match tonight. So we'll go to the guy who demanded this match. If you're looking at his screen there, you might see that possibly he's a fan of this topic. He's our good friend, Brian Michaels. How are you excited to finally be here playing the Die Hard match? And tell us a little bit about your love for this franchise.
Oh, I am definitely excited about this match. When you first suggested doing this random thing, there were a couple topics I really wanted to do, and Die Hard was one of them. Because I've been a fan since the movie first came out. I saw it in the theaters.
Me too.
However many times. That dates me a little bit.
Me too.
It's one of the first. It's one of the first movies. The first ones I bought on Laserdisc and DVD and Blu-ray, and it's all 4 movies, because there is no 5th. I love them all. I mean, I know some people don't like a couple of them, but I love them all. But I was really looking forward to do this, and I'm glad you were willing to do it as our Christmas episode.
Absolutely. It's perfect. And next, we have somebody who's actually brand new. He hasn't played in any of the shows here on Full Metal, and we're so excited to have him. When Brian put up the challenge, this young man was brave enough to answer the call. Ryan Payne, hello, and welcome to Full Metal. Tell us, are you excited to be playing your first match? And tell us about your love for Die Hard.
Well, yes, I'm incredibly excited to play this. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm completely nervous. I wouldn't be surprised if I start breaking out in hives. But yes, I do. I am excited. My love for this movie, this movie kind of grew on me because this was my dad's favorite movie. I remember he had not only did he have a VHS copy of Die Hard, but then he also had a VHS where he had both Die Hard and Die Hard 2 back to back. So whenever Christmas came around, after we did the traditional Christmas stories or the non-traditional ones, he would always pop in Die Hard every now and then. And yeah, from there, my love just kept growing further and further. And to be honest, the 5th one, it's really bad, but in circles I travel in, sometimes that movie has to be brought up. It's like it's the cousin you don't want to talk about. But
yeah.
But you know sooner or later that he's going to be brought up.
But you know what? We're not bringing it up tonight because we're going to be covering those first 4 films, Die Hards 1 through 4. And if you're new to Full Metal Random, the format of this show is an Iron Man style match. So I'm going to put 25 minutes on the clock, and we're just going to do rapid fire questions here, all whiteboards. So our players will write down their answers on a whiteboard or a notepad or something, and then I will count to 15, and then they will hold up, say, and show their answer. But since it's a rapid fire match, as soon as you have your answer, just hold up your board on the other side so we don't see the answer, and then I'll just go straight to you and skip the count because we want to get through as many of these as we can. So after the 25-minute main round, there will be a speed round, which I will explain later. But let's go ahead and jump into this thing. I actually have 40 questions waiting, so we'll get through as many of these as we can. Are you guys ready?
Yes,
I'm ready.
We're ready and willing.
All right. I'm not. Do you see Brian on your screen, Ryan? Because I'm not seeing Brian.
Yes, I can see Brian on my screen.
All right, perfect. It's just my darn computer then. All right, we're good. All right, guys, I'm going to start the clock now. Good luck and yippee-ki-yay. Let's get this thing rolling.
Let's do this.
Just a second. All right, the clock has started. And your first question, guys. John McClane was a cop in what U.S. city prior to the events of Die Hard? Start with a nice soft one for you guys. I'm just going to have to ask you when you're ready, Brian, because I can't actually see you.
Oh, I'm ready.
All right.
Okay.
5, 4. All right. Let's start with Brian.
New York City.
That is correct. And Ryan.
New York City.
There you go. All right, guys. Your second question. What was Holly McClane's maiden name?
Oh. Okay. I know it's just pronunciation.
No, just get as close as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. If you need to repeat at any time, I'll go ahead and give you 3 repeats for the match. All right, so let's start with Ryan.
Gennaro.
That's correct. And Brian.
Gennaro.
That is correct. All right, guys. Your third question. Finish the tagline that was on the poster for the first film. 40 stories of blank. It's actually 2 words. 40 stories of blank, which was on the poster. This is when we start slipping in some of the deeper ones. I want to give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. Let's start with Brian.
I believe is it 40 Stories of Sheer Adventure?
That is correct.
Wow.
And Ryan.
I just wrote Holiday Cheer.
That's a good guess, but it is Sheer Adventure. All right, guys. Which actor played Harry Ellis in the first film?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, got it? All right.
I heard it.
I'm going to give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm sorry. All right. And then Ryan, you don't have anything there?
No, I didn't get it. I couldn't picture the name.
All right. And Brian.
Ellis by Hart Bachner.
That is correct. Hart Bachner. All right, guys. The next one is more advanced questions. I'm going to give you some extra time here to think on. Just take as much time as you need. Name 4 of the 12 men on Hans Gruber's crew in the first film. And we just need the first names. So just 4 of the guys on Hans' crew. I didn't even remember there were that many until I was writing this match.
Well, McClane had a lot of people to kill, so they couldn't.
Sure did.
Fall through.
5, 4, 3, 2. We'll give you a couple more seconds. And 1. Okay, let's start with Brian.
I could probably name most all of them, but I wrote Theo, Carl, Tony, and Marco.
Wow.
Those are correct. What did you have, Brian?
I had Carl, Theo. I couldn't remember these other ones. I thought the older brother's name was Ansel, and the Asian guy was Jin.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. You got a couple of them. Yeah, Uli. It's Carl, Tony, Franco, Theo, Alexander, Marco, Christoph, Eddie, Uli, Heinrich.
Of course, Christoph. Jesus.
Fritz, and James.
Christoph.
All right, guys. Your 6th question. Finish this line from the first film that's read off of a note. Now I have a blank. Ho, ho, ho. I do need exactly what's written there. When I was testing Sandy, he got part of it, but didn't have it exactly. And yeah.
Can you see me now, Jeremy?
No. I don't know. It's my darn thing here.
I still got you.
Right.
I still can see you.
Hopefully everyone else can see me. Okay.
Yeah, everyone else can. That's what matters. All right, we'll start with Ryan.
Now I have a machine gun.
That is correct. And Brian.
Machine gun.
That is correct. All right. Okay, sorry guys, I'm just checking my count here.
Take your time.
All right. Okay. 7th question, guys. What is Al Powell's rank in the LAPD in the first film when his character is introduced?
Ready?
All right.
Okay.
All right. We'll go with Brian.
Brian? Sergeant Al Powell.
That is correct. And Ryan.
Yep, Sergeant.
Good job. All right. Next question, guys. What is the name of the Japanese businessman who refuses to cooperate and is killed by Gruber in the first film? I will just take the last name if that's all you can remember. But if you have first and last, then extra props. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm sorry. Did you have anything there, Ryan?
Well, I got his last name, Takagi.
Oh, that's correct. I didn't see you write anything down. Good job. All right, and Brian.
It is Takagi. I believe it was Joseph Yoshinobi or something like that.
Joseph Takagi is correct. Good job, guys. All right. Your next question. Who gives away McClane's identity to Gruber in the first film? John McClane of the New York Police Department.
Friends call me John. You're neither.
All right. We'll start with Brian.
The aforementioned Ellis.
That is exactly it. I snuck him in there again. Yeah, good job. You both got that. So, next question, guys. Ooh, this is a bit of a deep cut one. I had to slip some of them in. What is the name of the book that the first Die Hard film is based on?
Oh.
I was going to ask the book that the second movie's based on too, but I decided not to be that mean. All right.
I would not know.
The second one is 58 Minutes by Walter Wager.
That's true. You knew it. You knew it. You probably know this one. All right. No. Yeah, what do you have there, Ryan?
It's escaping me. I don't got it.
Okay, and Brian.
Nothing Lasts Forever by Roderick Thorpe.
That is correct. So, just a quick recap after 10 questions. Brian has 10 and Ryan has 6, but that isn't an insurmountable lead. You're hanging in there pretty well. So, Next question, guys. What credit do Jeb Stewart and Stephen E. D'Souza have on the first film? What did those two guys contribute to the film? They'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll start with Brian.
They did the screenplay.
That is correct. And Ryan.
I just did writers. I didn't actually clarify.
I'll accept writers. That's fine. We'll get that to you. Fine. All right, guys. Your next question. What is the highest grossing Die Hard film at the worldwide box office?
Oh, worldwide.
Is it adjusted inflation or just the...
No, it's not adjusted for inflation.
Okay.
I actually know what it is adjusted for inflation. I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We start with Ryan on this one.
I might be wrong, but I did Die Hard with a Vengeance.
I'm sorry, that's not it. And Brian.
I'm going to guess just because of inflation, Live Free or Die Hard.
That is correct.
Oh.
Adjusted for inflation, the highest grossing one is Die Hard 2. All right. Okay, guys, I think this is a softball. How many Die Hard films take place at Christmas?
I'm ready.
Yeah, we're not counting 5, so I had to stop myself.
All right. Yeah. All right. It isn't anyway. All right, we'll start with Brian.
1 and 2.
That is 2. That is correct. And
2 as well.
2. That is correct. Good job, guys. All right. Next question. Moving on to the next movie. Which TV actor plays the airport police captain Carmine Lorenzo in Die Hard 2? This movie came out in the early 90s, so perhaps this was a 90s TV actor. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We start with Ryan.
Dennis Franz.
You got it. Got an actor. Good job. And Brian.
That is correct. Dennis Franz.
All right. Good job, guys. All right. Ooh, this is my favorite question of the whole match.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
What is the name of the fictional country that is referenced in both Die Hard 2 and the Schwarzenegger movie Commando?
Ooh.
Oh no! That's when you brought in Schwarzenegger. I think 3 other countries.
I'm gonna give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and okay. We'll start with Brian.
I don't know if it was the name of the country, but they talked about the airport in Valverde.
That is the name of the country.
Oh,
that is correct.
It was on my tongue.
Yeah, that was the airport in Valverde. Yep. And that's the country he has to go kick ass in Commando. Yeah. All right. All right, guys. Your next question. This is one of those deep ones you were worried about, I think, before the match there, Ryan, but we'll see if you can get it. What is the name of the janitor that McClane allies himself with to gain greater access to the airport in Die Hard 2? Just need the first name. I don't think they say the last name. And he's no Argyle. We'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm sorry, you didn't have anything there, Ryan.
Me again.
It happens. It happens. And Brian.
It's Marvin. He also goes by Marv.
That is correct. Marvin or Marv is correct. All right, guys. Next question. We're getting through these pretty quick here. Good job. What does Holly use to subdue slimy reporter Thornburg in Die Hard 2? All right. Okay. I think we got both of them. Start with Brian.
The lady sitting next to her had a stun gun.
That's correct. And
I did taser. I know they're different.
What do you think, Brian? I feel like it's close.
I say yeah, they're close enough.
Yeah, I would accept that. Good job. All right, guys. Next question. In Die Hard 2, what is McClane's response when he is told you're the guy in the wrong place at the wrong time? He responds to that with a phrase. I think you're enjoying yourself, Brian.
I've had a string of losses in regular trivia, so I have to enjoy this.
Yeah, you have to. By the way, I have the random record right now, and I'm starting to get worried. All right, let's start with Ryan.
Story of my life.
That is correct. And Brian.
Story of my life.
You got it. All right, guys. Question number 19. We're that deep. This one might be a bit of a thinker. How many Die Hard films have received Oscar nominations?
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah, that's a big one.
Not counting 5. Oh, wait, it didn't get any.
Oh, no, it did not.
I got nominated for Razzie, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm finally making him sweat. It finally happened.
Yeah, I'm not sure on this
5, 4, 3. Just write down a number. 2 and 1. Okay, we start with Brian.
I don't know of any, but I just guessed 1.
And Ryan?
I guessed 1 as well, because I know the first Die Hard has Oscar noms.
You are both correct. Good pull, guys.
Ooh.
None of the sequels got anything. All right.
Yeah, the first Die Hard won 4 Oscars or 5.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
4, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Number 20. The character Peter Krieg is better known by his birth name in the series. What is his birth name? First and last is okay. If you want to throw middle in there, I take that as well. All right.
I'm ready.
All right, we'll start with Ryan.
I wish I had shades for this. Is born as Simon Peter Gruber.
He got the whole name. Good job. And Brian.
Simon Peter Gruber.
All right, excellent, guys. All right. What is the name of the female member of Simon's crew played by Sam Phillips in Die Hard with a Vengeance?
Oh, bitch. Okay.
She was a Christian singer at the time, too, which was weird.
Yeah, I remember that.
and she's mute throughout
and then she started slitting throats.
Yeah. All right. right. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. We will start with Brian.
I believe it was Katya.
That is correct. And Ryan.
I wrote Ilsa.
Oh, you know what? That's what Sandy said in testing. That's Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Good guess, though. All right, guys. So I'm going to give you your 10-minute warning in the round. We got 10 minutes left in the main round. Right now, Brian is perfect through 21 questions with the score of 21, and Ryan is still has a very respectable score with 13. So I'm going to put the clock back running again. All right. All right, guys. Your next question. If I can catch up to it. All right. In the third film, McClane finds the important location of a hotel, which is in what Canadian province? Sandy got this wrong, and I was so disappointed. You're Canadian, Sandy. We'll give you 5, 4.
Well, I think for him it could be almost anything.
2, and 1. Okay, we start with Ryan.
Niagara Falls.
We're looking for a Canadian province. That is a location. Yeah, a province. All right, and Brian.
I know it was brought up in the movie, but
I'm not sure on the province. Is it Ontario?
Ooh, I'm sorry. That's it's Quebec. All right.
I know the name of the hotel.
Yeah, it's on the border between New York and Quebec, I think is what it is. All right, guys.
That was used as a scapegoat. Okay.
All right. Your next question. This is a fun one. In the third film, what does McClane mistakenly think Zeus's name is at first?
Oh.
All right. We'll start with Brian.
Your name's Jesus, right?
Do I look Puerto Rican? Yeah. All right, and Ryan.
Hey, Zeus, it's hey, Zeus. Mount Apollo, Apollo, don't fuck with me. I'm going to shove a lightning bolt up your ass.
Oh, good stuff. All right, guys. In the third film, Simon's crew steals $140 billion worth of what that they transport in dump trucks? If you want to go with a really specific answer, I'll be impressed. But if you go more general, that's fine.
Yeah. Let's see.
All right, 5, 4, 3. All right, let's start with Ryan.
Well, I would say gold, but I think they also meant gold bullion.
It is gold bullion. That is the specific answer. Good job. And Brian.
I just kept it general and said gold.
Yeah, I gave you that out. Good job. And then Sandy was like, it's not gold bullion, it's gold bricks. I'm like, it's gold bullion bricks. All right.
I mean,
that's why I didn't put it. I thought it was bullion, but I could picture bricks, so I wasn't sure what to put.
Yeah, all right. In the third film, Zeus accuses McClane of being racist for thinking all black men can do what?
Oh, fuck. This Jackson, I think almost anything.
Yeah, this is one where you got to be careful if you have to guess. You don't want to get in trouble. Give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, I will start with Brian.
Hot wire car.
Oh, you know, I think that I can accept that. I was looking for the first thing, but I believe that's kind of the second
thing. I went with the car as well. Steal a car.
I'll go ahead and give that one to you guys. I was looking for. I could have specified better. The first thing that he specifically says you think all black guys can do is shoot a gun. Yeah. He gives him the gun and he's like, "What? You think I know how to shoot this?" But the hot wire car scene does happen as well. So I'll give you guys the point on that.
The first couple minutes of him in that ghetto kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So every time I think of dialogue,
it probably doesn't age too well, some of those scenes. All right, guys. Number 26. Another one of these. Which of the Die Hard sequels has the highest Rotten Tomatoes critic score?
Oh, I stopped following
sequels. So not counting the first one then?
Huh?
Not counting the first one, just the sequels.
Not counting the first
And I can tell you right now, it's not 5.
I stopped caring about Rotten Tomatoes. I think after the live action Beauty and the Beast, I stopped caring about Rotten Tomatoes.
I hear ya. We all have those movies.
All
right. 5,
it
4,
up, so
3, 2, and 1. All right. I don't think this is an obvious one, but we'll see. What did you have there, Ryan?
I was gonna say Die Hard 2, Die Harders.
That's actually not it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And Brian.
Live Free or Die Hard.
That is correct.
Motherfucker.
Believe it or not, it has 82.
It kicking my ass.
It has 82%. I think Die Hard 2 has like 65, and Die Hard with a Vengeance only has like 55.
It's like 50 or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like 55. Yeah,
I thought that Die Hard 2, since it was more contained and simple story to follow than Live Free, I thought
you have to factor in the critics from the time. The critics from the time were a little snotty. All right, guys. Question number 27. What is the name of Justin Long's character in Live Free or Die Hard? Sorry, we have to get into this movie now, Ryan. I hope you can hang in there with these.
I don't mind the movie. It's just when it comes to how much it made, it kind of kicks my ass.
Ready?
All right. I will start with Brian.
Matthew Farrell.
That is correct.
I didn't get the last name. I put Matthew.
You know what? I didn't specify, so I'll give you Matthew. I was going to ask first and last, and I didn't, so I'll let you off the hook there. All right. Okay, moving on to the next question. Which actress plays Mei Lin, a member of Thomas Gabriel's crew in Live Free or Die Hard?
Okay.
Looks like it came to him.
No, I'm blanking out. I know this, too.
Oh, you are? Oh, interesting.
A part of me keeps wanting to use.
I got it.
Takes a second sometimes. All right, we'll start with Ryan.
Maggie Q.
That is correct. And Brian.
Yes, Maggie Q.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Because I remember her from the series Nikita. I remember watching the first 2 seasons, and I kind of lost interest after that.
She's in one of the Mission Impossibles too, right? I think,
yes,
if I'm not mistaken.
I think the fourth one, maybe. No,
one of those.
The third one. The third one.
Third, yeah. All right, guys. Question number 29. In Live Free or Die Hard, what is the 2-word term used to refer to Gabriel's attack on the U.S. infrastructure, which is reliant on computers? There's a specific 2-word term that they use to describe his attack. Getting sliced with the deep cuts. I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we start with Brian.
It's a fire sale.
That is correct. And Ryan.
Fire sale as well.
Oh, you got it. Good job. All right. Your question number 30, guys. What is the hacker name of Kevin Smith's character in Live Free? I just need the hacker name. I don't need his full, name or anything.
Okay, no problem.
What do they call him? All right.
I'm gonna be honest. I was a bit embarrassed because when I saw this and then watched it again with friends, I swear I didn't recognize Kevin Smith at first. And they go, "Seriously, you're a big fan of Jay and Silent Bob?" And they go,
"Oh, that happens sometimes." All right, what do you have, Ryan?
Warlock.
That is correct. And Brian.
Warlock. And technically, the L and the O are a 10.
Yeah, that is true. If you want to be specific. All right, guys, this is your 2-minute warning in the main round. Right now, I have Brian still nearly perfect with the score of 29 and Ryan hanging in there with 20. All right, guys. Last 2 minutes in the main round here. And your next question is number 31. In Live Free or Die Hard, Matt says, "You just killed a helicopter with your car." What is McClane's response? Five. See, I like this movie a lot. It has some good quips in it.
Yeah.
All right. It's underrated. I think.
My second favorite,
It's really underrated. All right, we'll start with Brian on this one.
I was out of bullets.
That is correct.
I wrote anyway. Oh God, it's in the trailer too.
Yeah, I was out of bullets.
I was out of bullets.
All right, guys. Your next question: What Washington D.C. landmark does Gabriel show blowing up in a video in Live Free or Die Hard? All right. And we'll start with Brian. Or I'm sorry, Ryan. Ryan.
The White House.
Oh, that's not it. I'm sorry. It's not the White House. And Brian.
The Capitol building.
The Capitol building is correct.
Wait, hold on.
Did they show the
I'm
White
not
House?
questioning it. I'm just going through my. Oh, of course. There's a different foundation structure. Okay, yeah.
Capitol has
Yeah.
the dome on it.
Yeah.
The dome. That's right. White
Yeah.
House has that. Never mind.
All right, guys.
You're right.
All right, another one of those deep behind the scenes questions.
Okay.
Who composed the musical scores for the first 3 Die Hard films?
Ooh, okay.
One of the most underrated composers, in my opinion. I think he's
Oh,
brilliant.
I love him.
Yeah, he's so good.
Okay.
5, 4. Ooh, okay, that is going to be the last question in the main round. All right. Look back at my questions here, and we are going to start with Brian.
Michael Kamen.
That is correct. And a little side note, he also did the Lethal Weapon series, which we almost put into this match. And Ryan.
I didn't finish. I just wrote down Michael.
Oh, I'm sorry. You should have asked for a repeat there. I
know.
definitely do need the last name
There.
when we're asking composers. All right. So, all right. Let me look the last few there.
I was
Okay.
going to misspell his last name anyway.
Yeah, that's okay. All right. So, right now at the end of the first round, still nearly perfect, looking to beat my score in the Stephen King match is Brian with 32 out of 33 questions, which is absolutely astonishing. I mean, man, is this guy a fan or is he a fan? But really, with nothing to sneeze at with 20, I just want to tell you right now, I tell all our players, the first random match that we did, Sandy and I played 80s trivia, and I won, and I only got like 16. So 20 is really good. So nothing
I'm not
to
knocking
sneeze
down
at.
myself. It's just like a couple of those questions you threw out, I'm like, you know it, but you know,
exactly.
I
All
don't
right, guys. So let's take this thing home. We're going to go ahead and play out our speed round. And the way this works is I put 2 more minutes on the clock. You answer more questions. Simple, right? Well, the wrinkle is for everyone that you get right, you gain a point. For everyone that you get wrong, you actually lose a point from your total, just like they do it in the Schmodown Ironman. So are you guys ready to get to the last few questions here and take this baby home?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, guys, the time is running, and your next question is, which film in the series has this exchange? You're not pissing in someone's pool, are you? Yeah, and I'm fresh out of chlorine. Just guess one of the movies if it's not coming to you. I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We will start with Ryan.
Live Free or Die Hard?
Ooh, I'm sorry. And Brian.
That was Al Powell in Die Hard 2.
That is the Al Powell scene in Die Hard 2. That is correct.
You're killing me, Live Free or Die Hard. You're killing me.
All right, guys. Your next question. Ooh, this is one's probably gonna hurt. Who was the cinematographer on the first Die Hard film and went on to have a successful career as an action movie director in the 90s?
90s.
So if you don't know cinematographers, try to think of 90s action directors.
That didn't make it any easier.
We'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. He did one of my favorite 90s action movies, and I think Brian probably knows the one I'm referring to. All right, we will start with Brian.
I directed 2 I love, both Speed and Twister. That's Jan de Bont.
That is correct. Of course, I was speaking of Speed, and nothing there, Ryan.
John Woo, because I was thinking of
That's a good guess. Very good guess.
Hard-boiled and
Yeah. All right, guys. Next question. In which film does McClane shoot a bullet through his own shoulder to kill a villain? A little softer one there, I think. All right, and this actually is going to be the final question. Great job tonight, guys. This was fun.
Yeah.
All right, and I will say right now, if Brian nails this last question, he's officially the record holder for random so far with the highest percentage of questions answered. All right. And we go ahead and start. Just a second, guys. Making sure my order is right.
Okay.
With Ryan.
Yeah, this one is not going to kill me. Live free or die hard.
You got it that time. You knew a live free or die hard question. Yeah. And Brian, for the record.
Live free or die hard.
And our winner and points average score holder in Full Metal Random, knocking Jeremy Adams off his throne in Stephen King trivia, Brian Michaels. Wow, that was a fun match. I feel good. I was a little worried. Maybe some of those questions were a little deep cut, but Brian, he put my worries to bed and showed, if you know Die Hard, then you can get these questions, and he certainly did. Brian, how are you feeling after that tonight? I know you've had some disappointing defeats in Full Metal, but this was definitely not one of them. This was, you must be feeling the way I felt when I showed off my knowledge of Stephen King. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good because not only does it show how much I really love all four movies, but like you said, both in Full Metal and in other leagues, I've just had a string of matches where I lose by like a point. And so it's nice to finally get a win in.
Yeah, absolutely. And great job. And I think, this kind of fills us all with Christmas spirit, seeing you, nail the greatest Christmas movie and how much you know it and love it. All right. But with a final score of 19, which is, again, really good and absolutely nothing to feel bad about, Ryan. You played really well, and you showed you know a lot. I feel good about you playing in our other trivia matches because there were some deep pulls in there. There were some quotes and things, a couple actor questions. You got them. I'm really impressed. How are you feeling after that tonight? I hope you had fun.
Well, yeah, no, I'm feeling great. Yeah, I'm not going to hold nothing over my head here. It's just pretty much, you play well, you play don't. And also, I was shocked to find out how much Live Free or Die Hard is actually my kryptonite. I really thought it would have been the second Die Hard that would have killed me, but it turns out, I guess with PG rated, I pay less attention to it.
Yeah, maybe it goes that way sometimes, but again, awesome job, guys. This was really fun. This is the first match we've done where we just stuck to one movie franchise, and I think this was the right one to start with because these are, if you haven't seen the Die Hard movies lately, I think all four of them, go back and watch them because they're always so fun. They're really great movies, and that first one, if you're not watching that movie at Christmas, you're doing something wrong. I'm going to go to somebody who's been, I think, was watching this match, was on stream, seeing things go down. Sandy, what did you think watching that one as a bystander?
As a bystander and as somebody who enjoys peripherally the Die Hard movies, I mean everybody loves the first one. It's awesome. My personal favorite, and I catch a lot of crap for this, is Die Hard with a Vengeance. I love that movie.
Oh, it's great.
I love that movie too.
Yeah, it's my favorite. I love it. And I mean, Ryan, that was 19 points, man. That's nothing to complain about in an Iron Man match, especially with the way we have things situated with the last bits being plus and minus scores.
Yeah.
And I mean, Brian, seriously, like,
oh my God.
I mean, dang, right? I mean, remind me never ever to play you in any kind of Die Hard trivia ever.
Oh yeah, I don't think anyone's going to be asking for that match. Maybe Thomas if he's feeling bold, but I don't know about that. But I just want to say, like, calling back to our old Full Metal call-outs that we used to do, the highest score that we got was Paul Oyama, had 29 out of 30 on Oscars, and I think you even kind of outdid him because you answered more questions. So percentage-wise, I mean, you're like the number one in both, even if you include our old call-outs. So it's really impressive.
And Malcolm does those stats for us, especially with random. So he's been tabulating all the random scores and putting a percentage in there of where you ranked so far. So I'm just disappointed.
It's nice that I can be number one where it doesn't count.
That's right.
It doesn't really count. We don't really, but Malcolm's been doing those stats.
I'll still take bragging rights.
Yeah. He's been doing those stats for us. He can see kind of where you. I mean, it only counts in the sense that we do random because we want to show how much we love a certain topic. So I'm not going to say you love Die Hard more than we love these other topics, but you certainly show that you love it, and that counts for something. So all right, that's going to bring us to the end today. That was a really awesome one. I think that was a perfect episode to go out on for this year.
I'll be there in a few minutes. Okay.
That was a perfect episode to close the season with, I think. Right. So, that was amazing. And I just want to tell you guys, thank you for watching this new show again. We're so appreciative. Again, I said it last night in our last classic match of the season, but just thank you guys so much for being with us here in this season with the changes that we've made. It's so amazing. We're getting new players all the time, like Ryan here tonight, which heartens me so much. Earlier in the year, there was a spell where it was just the same players over and over. It was getting a little stale. But, with things revamping and things that we've done, we keep getting new guys. And that's what this league thrives on, is we want new people. We never want it to stagnate out. We want to keep growing it. And there's always opportunity for new players to play. If you want to play, we can get you in that week. That's the way that it works. In Classic, we can always get you there, and then we can set you up if you want a random match or any of our other shows that we do. We have Full Metal Singles, Full Metal Teams, Full Metal Geek, which has an awesome tournament that's wrapping up right now. And if you're not so much into the trivia, we also have Movie Battleground on the channel, which is movie debating. So if you like to yell and bludgeon people with your opinions, you can get over there. It's always fun. But again, I am Jeremy the Adam Adams. Again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Die Hard, Yippee-ki-yay. Thank you, everybody. And we'll see if you want to play in a random match or any other match that we do. Like, comment, subscribe on this video. See if you can be the one player to rule them all and be on the top of Nakatomi Plaza kicking butt in the new season. We are out.